and welcome to today's video. Well, today we are going to do something fun with the BMW. We are going to do a top speed run. So I'm actually combining this video with the Nürburgring trip because I have to pass the Autobahn on my way to the Nürburgring. So it's a win-win. But yeah, we are going to do a top speed run in Germany. And I actually have done this before, like a year ago, but my setup was a little bit different back then. And back then I was actually able to hit over 240 kilometers an hour, 243 GPS clocked, which was a pretty good speed if you ask me. But today I don't think that I will hit that top speed because a few things are better since, you know, the last top speed run, but a few things have actually increased drag and friction, and so I'm not 100% sure what we're gonna hit today. So actually the good thing is now I'm going to do this alone. Last time I had a passenger with me and he was actually pretty heavy. He weighed around 90 kilos, so that's a 90 extra kilos in the car, and that will slow you down and slow down acceleration, not by that much, but it's a difference. So the car will be 90 kilograms lighter now than you know, let's say 80, because I became a little bit more fat since that day. So that's a good thing. And also the resonator has been deleted since then. So with the resonator deleted, I actually have more airflow in the exhaust, which is better for more power. Not 100% sure if that will do anything, but you know, it reduces weight a little bit and back pressure, so it should help. But now we have a couple modifications that maybe slow me down. First of all is the front lip. I think it causes a little bit of extra drag because there used to be nothing here, and now, you know, this can cause a little bit more drag. Same goes for the spoiler. I didn't have that back then, and you know, it can cause a little bit of extra drag. Not 100% sure. And why is it so windy again? It was wind still the whole freaking day. So those things may slow me down a little bit more, but there is one thing which will definitely slow me down in a straight line. I'm pretty certain of it, and that is my wheel setup. Because the last time I went to Germany and did a top speed run, I went on my, you can't see them really good because it's also dark, but I went on my 17-inch alloys. And this tire setup was a 225 all around, and it wasn't even a sport tire, so it was less friction, and they were 8G wide, and it was a 17-inch. This is a completely different tire and rim setup. So these tires are actually 18-inch and 8.5G wide, so the rims itself are already wider and heavier. And you know, rotated mass should be as light as possible, but I actually made them heavier, so that's one, you know, disadvantage. And also in the rear I went from a 225 to a 245, so we actually have another 4 centimeters of rubber hitting the road, which is great for traction, but it causes more drag. And on top of that, I have semi-slicks now, and they are very good for track days, which I'm going to do this evening. But they cause a lot more friction because they are much softer rubber, and they cause more friction, which will actually slow down the car. So we have a heavier wheel and tire setup. We cause more drag, and you know, we have maybe a little bit, you know, drag with the wing and splitter. So I'm really curious how fast the car will go. I hope to at least hit 230, because you know, I don't care that much because I barely drive over 200 that much, because in Belgium it's very illegal, and you know, under 200 you don't actually feel the wheels on tires slowing you down, and you know, the traction advantage is pretty noticeable. And also, you know, what I want to say, if I throw on my 17-inch wheels and tires, I can basically hit the same speed again, so I really don't mind that much. But yeah, I am pretty curious what we are gonna hit on this setup. So let's go. I have everything to go to Germany, my money, because we probably need to refuel more than once, some drinks, phone, headband for manual driving, and my mouth mask, because it is you have to wear it when you go in a store, and they also, since this weekend, you have to do it in Belgium. So yeah, I'll better carry this one around for a while, but until all the corona thingies are gone. But yeah, let's go to Germany. Never gets old. And I keep saying that it never gets old, but yeah, so we'll go to Germany. We first have to drive through Belgium and the Netherlands, and I get a warning that my trunk is open still, but yeah, I have a full tank of gas, at least that's a good thing. Let's go, baby. So yeah, as you can see, it's just way too busy to really speed. You know, I'm doing 150 now, but yeah, people are just not moving, so it's too busy to drive, you know, 250, you know, 40 anyway, which sucks a little bit, because I was actually really hoping to see some top speed runs, because the car feels great though. I mean, we have no heat soak issues, but this freaking Renault just doesn't want to move. Oh man, I thought only Belgian people were such retards, but apparently German people are too, and it doesn't move. Now it does finally. Okay, now we have a nice stretch of road. Let's see, what are we gonna hit? Okay, we're already, you know, passing 210. You know, we're going downhill, so okay, nice. Doing 220 already. Okay, 5th gear and go. So 221, but it's a little bit uphill, so we still have more left in it. Okay, go. I hope nobody goes in front of me. 223. Are we gonna hit 230? 226. It's a little bit downhill, so not totally fair, but okay. Yeah, 230. At least we're gonna hit that. But yeah, the semi slicks are definitely slowing us down. 231. Yeah, the semi slicks are slowing us down. It doesn't seem to want to go any faster anymore. 232. 233. 234, but that was downhill a little bit, so not 100% sure how accurate it is, but GPS clocked 234, which is, you know, 9 kilometers an hour slower than before. So 230, which is, you know, still decent, but it's noticeable less than before. It's like a 10, you know, speed limit of 120, so okay, just, you know, coasting normally again. Don't want to get any speed tickets, but yeah, 234 is what we hit. Maybe if we, you know, we pushed a little bit longer, we got 235, 6 maybe, yeah, but yeah, 240 was a long stretch, but yeah, we know the answer to 35. 233. I mean, that was exactly, no, 234, which is exactly 100 kilometers, 10 kilometers an hour slower than with my previous tire. So maybe if I get another good run in it, I will hit like 235, 36. But I was already going downhill, so I wouldn't consider it, you know, going any faster without, you know, assist from downhill. So yeah, let's say 235 is the current top speed. But you know, on smaller wheels and tires, you can definitely go faster, because actually, if you want to do speed runs, it's very simple. You just put on 16-inch alloys with 195 wide tires, and then you go. Yeah, it's already, you know, pretty busy on the road, so not really the perfect amount of, you know, It's not really the perfect condition to go really that fast, because like I said, it's pretty fast, it's pretty busy on the road, and people just go in these lanes the whole freaking time. And yeah, let's see. That Mercedes there is trying to following me. He's actually following me. Okay, 210. He's not following anymore. I'm going faster, but yeah, 220, and now we have to brake again. So it's really a little bit too busy on the road to really, stretch it out. Feels great to know that I'm faster than the Mercedes though. But yeah, I think 235 is the best that we will hit today. Maybe on the way back from the Nürburgring. But yeah, it's too busy now. It's 4 p.m. Maybe when I'll return, it's around 7 p.m. So maybe we'll have more luck then. So yeah, we're back home. The car did fine. She survived the Autobahn and the Nürburgring. We didn't blow anything up, and I didn't crash, which is a win-win. But yeah, the semi-slicks, they definitely slow us down. It was thinkable. I mean, you got bigger, fatter tires, which are more sticky. They did very well on the track though. I'm not gonna complain about them, but yeah, it's like, it's just a case if you want to have your car corner better in corners. If you want your car to corner better, you will lose straight line speed. That's just simply it, because you can add the spoiler, you will corner better, but you will lose straight line speed. You can add a splitter, you will corner better, but you will lose straight line speed. You can add wider tires, semi-slicks, you will corner better, but you will lose straight line speed. So that's really the case. And I actually, I went for the cornering ability. Also, when my car got aligned for the new suspension, they actually put my wheels a little bit outwards, so that when I'm cornering, my car will actually, enter the corner faster. The only downside is that, I also lose a little bit of straight line speed. But yeah, so we finally know 234 is what we currently get. But I'm going to test this again on my 17-inchers later on. I definitely want to know if it's really, if that is really the only reason that slows me down. I hope it is. So I'm going to test it again, in a few weeks or months with the 17-inch wheels and tires. And then we'll see what speed I will hit. And I'm also thinking of going stage 2. Actually, at MWorks made an appointment for an intercooler, but it's still not arrived. So when the intercooler, is installed, then I'm going to BR Performance, and they will do a stage 2 remap to the car, and then we should push 240, 250 horsepower. But there are some other modifications that I want to do first, like a boost pipe, charge pipe, diverter valve. So we maybe can hit like more than 250 horsepower, but I don't want to go any further than that for the engine. But yeah, if I do that, then I will also gain a little bit of my straight line speed again, without sacrificing the good corner abilities of the car. Because the car really, cornering wise is really, really great. And on the Nürburgring, because I didn't know the track, so I didn't push the car. So that's why when I resaw the clip, I practiced a little bit on the PlayStation, but you just can't compare it. And it's just, I was braking too early and braking on places when you shouldn't brake, or, hitting the throttle too late. And that's just purely because I don't know the track. But there is a possibility that I'm going back within a few weeks, because someone invited me to go to the Nürburgring the 2nd of August. But he has an M2, and then the other person has an M3 and an Audi S5 and an RS3 and stuff like that. So I will definitely be the slowest car of the bunch. But, never mind. It's going to be fun anyway. So yeah, we're probably going back in a few weeks. if everything goes well, if nothing blows up. So I want to know the track better and set a better time. I now set it like 9 minutes 50, but my goal would be to set a lap under 9 minutes and just to know the track without making it dangerous. Just knowing when you can corner at what speeds and when you can enter corners at certain speeds and stuff like that. So, and then if I do changes on the car, then I can test them out on the track. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I would say thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye.